We are live with Lunch Break Live. Dr. Tionna Jenkins, what are you making today?
Well, we are making some sweet jackfruit sandwich with a little bit of pretzel bun.
Oh, I'm so excited. All right, well, take it away. We're thrilled to see you cooking. Take it away.
Awesome. So, if you've never used jackfruit before, it looks a little bit something like this, okay? It's going to come in a can, but that's okay. If you want to use a can, or you can use the fresh kind, either way you prefer. So you want to make sure that you shred it, right? Because we're going to make a little barbecue, but we're going to also add a little sweetness to it, but we're going to do that later. So jackfruit comes looking like this. And for those who are familiar, we know it looks like this and it looks like pods, right? But we can just shred that up. Now, you can use a knife if you want to. You can also put it in a blender, but you can also just absolutely use your fingers, okay? And just shred that on, right? We do not do anything complicated when it comes to plant-based and vegan, especially when you're transitioning and you need a little help and support. So just stay with those things that you like and that you love. And I love barbecue. So I'm doing jackfruit with a little twist. So adding this on in here, because I saved a little bit for you so that you can see that, all right? So then you have this happening, okay? You got this jackfruit already shredded. All right, so we have our beautiful seasonings, and we're going to transition to those seasonings really, really quick, all right? So we have a little bit of pepper. We have some garlic and onion powder. Have a little paprika. We have some salt, of course, and this is a little liquid aminos here that you want to add in. You have your bell pepper, a little bit of onions, and of course your barbecue, and then you have some garlic happening. And all you're going to do, you're going to put in about 1 to 1/4 teaspoons, but you know, if you want a little bit more, that's absolutely okay too. So I'm going to start with the garlic, and this is minced garlic. Just add that right on in, okay? And you're going to put a little bell pepper, and this is red and orange bell peppers, and you already have chopped those things up, okay? You can put a couple of tablespoons of that in there, all right? Now, we have our garlic and our onion powder. You're gonna put that in there because that's some really good seasoning, right? And you wanna make sure you add in seasonings that you like and that mesh well, okay? Then you got a little black pepper because we like a little bit of hot and spicy happening, okay? And then you got some paprika happening right here. Smoked paprika is the one I prefer, all right? And you have a little bit of cumin and a little bit of coriander because I like that too. Okay, and then we're going to add the rest of our seasonings. Now, let me just say this. You can, if you choose to use a salt-free seasoning, that is absolutely okay because we're all about the health and wellness, all right? But you can also use a kosher salt or you can use a pink Himalaya salt if you choose to do that. And let's go ahead and put in our other here, our little liquid amino here. Give you a little smoky flavor, all right? And because this is going to be an oil-free recipe, all right, you can absolutely use oil if you like that, but I choose to use less oil, although I use oil from time to time. So I'm going to be using some vegetable broth here. You're just going to add that in because when you put it in the oven, because we're baking it, you're going to need a type of water base, right? Because we're not using that oil, all right? So then you want to add in your barbecue sauce. And this is barbecue sauce, your favorite kind, any one that you like, a couple of tablespoons here to however you desire. Oh, and we forgot our onions. You got to have your onions, okay? And you can use red onions, purple onions, or you could just use your plain old white onions, all right? So then you want to mix that up, all right? So you just mix it up to your liking. And if you're like me, I like a little bit more barbecue sauce. So I'm just going to add a little bit more here.
Look at this setup, everybody. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Lunch Break Live, you all. I see you out there. We got Tina in the kitchen with Mary Ellen, as well as Tom. We've got a lot of other viewers who haven't said hello just yet, but welcome. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous.
Thank you.
Showing us Plate It Healthy. Plate It Healthy. That is your company. And how exciting. Now, Tom wants to know, do you boil the jackfruit first or you just take it straight from the can?
Yeah, so you can absolutely take it straight from the can. Now, I typically like to rinse off, kind of wash off any of my canned food, right? So with jackfruit, I just rinse that off slightly. Now, if you're using the fresh one that comes in the pod, it's the huge, jackfruit, then of course, you would also use all safety precautions and clean precautions and things like that and wash that as well. But yeah, so I, wash it off, clean it up real good, and season it.
Nice. So all these seasonings going here, y'all. We are mixing it up here. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. Now, where are you coming in from?
Yeah, I'm from Arkansas. As you can hear my Southern slang a little bit.
Well, we've got Delaware in the house, in the kitchen here. We also have Chicago, plus a plethora of other places around the world. We are Lunch Break Live on janeandjane.com. We'll take it away. Back to you, the cooking there.
All right. So now that you have everything already mixed in, right? So again, you have all of your seasonings, you have your barbecue sauce and all that, okay? So we're going to do this, and I'm going to show you here because you already need to have your oven set to about 400. You're going to cook this about 20 or so minutes, and then you're going to take it out the oven, and then you're going to mix it up again, and then you're going to cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Of course, this is an oil-free recipe. If you desire to use oil, you can do so, but we're doing oil-free, which is why we use the vegetable broth. So I'm going to turn around here, and I'm going to get my flat pan right here. And so what you would do, I typically with jackfruit, when you're doing the barbecue kind of jackfruit here, I'll use like a cookie sheet, right? Because I don't necessarily like for my jackfruit to stick to the pan, so I try to reduce that as much as possible. So you're just going to put this on here.
Yes, and look at those gorgeous vegetables. I really feel like we're going to be eating the rainbow today. Look at this.
Of course we are. And so
Dominic. I'm sorry. Dominic from Canada says oil-free. Yay.
Yes. So you would just simply, you see how I'm doing it? You would just, no kind of special way. All right. You've already put your seasoning on here. You've already put your, your different vegetables in here and all your bell peppers. And so you would lay this down on your baking paper here and just kind of spread that out a little bit. Okay. And so then simply you're done with this. All right. And what you would do, you would just put this in your oven, 400 degrees Celsius for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then when it's done, you take it out and then you're going to mix it again. All right. And then you're going to put it back in the oven and reheat it just a little bit more because you want it to look like, your shredded type of barbecue. Right. So you're going to put this in the oven. All right. You're going to put that right there.
Yes. And let me just give you a little bit of scoop about Miss Dr. Tionna L. Jenkins, PhD, MPH, founder, CEO of Plated Healthy, as well as Oneida Lee Foods. I can't wait I was looking on your Instagram. I want to order some of that yumminess.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll let you get back to what you're doing in here. Tell us what's next.
Yeah, so while that's cooking, all right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our slaw, all right? So this is a very simple slaw recipe. And before I do that, I want to show you this because I want to make sure you see some of the final product. This is what, hopefully you can see this. This is what it would ultimately look like, okay? So for individuals who are transitioning to plant-based, those who want to eat less meat, and for those who are definitely plant-based and are vegan, such as myself, 7 years this week, actually, you would do your barbecue jackfruit like this, and it would come out looking like this jackfruit right here. It looks very, very, very similar, right? And it has a very similar texture. And, any and everybody would love eating this. Okay. So this is what the final product would look like that's in the oven. All right. Okay. So then we're going to make the slaw. All right. So very, very simple slaw. And I've already chopped up a little bit of the ingredients that goes into the slaw. Okay. So this is your purple or red cabbage. Okay. And then you just have your plain white cabbage. I like to mix it up a little bit so I can have a couple of variations and things like that. And then, of course, you have your shredded carrots, okay? So really, really simple. You want to chop this up if you're looking at the board, all right? You want to switch that up and very simple, right? Okay. Now, just chop that on up.
Chopping, I just have to say, I just noticed you've been featured in national local publications throughout both traditional social media outlets such as Heart and Soul Magazine, Ebony Magazine, Fit Arkansas, Savory Magazine, and a plethora of others, including the Good Morning Arkansas, KATV Channel 7. Wow. And Channel 11. Were you cooking vegan food, plant-based food on these channels?
Of course, that's all I cook. I cook plant-based, vegan food. I also do a lot of raw dishes and have been doing so on those channels, specifically on Channel 7 for about 2 years, and on Channel 11, I'm on two networks for about a year or so. But I myself have been plant-based vegan for over for 7 years this week. But yeah, that's all I cook is plant-based and vegan dishes.
Incredible. And oh my gosh, yes, you did a show with celebrity chef Babette Davis and Tara Bennett Smith
Oh, I
on
did. Yes, I love them.
Sunday Bites and Tidbits. That is so fantastic. Yes, I believe that's where I first found you, or was looking on your fabulous Instagram. Oh my goodness. Yes, you're all about encouraging people to eat healthier by showing them, as well as being an example yourself. So
exactly. That's the best way to do it, I believe. Just my opinion. For individuals who are trying to transition, I think it's really, really important for folks to see individuals who are actually living the lifestyle, can understand some of the challenges that may come, and also be able to understand some of the benefits of being plant-based and vegan. Of course, I transition for a number of different reasons. One of those being health and wellness, just suffering with a lot of different illnesses and chronic disease around heart disease and things like that. And so I made the decision to transition for health purposes. So you will see a lot of my dishes are very, as they say, plant forward. So I do minimally fried dishes and things like that are, plant-based, but I typically eat a lot of things that are, sustainable, grown from the earth, as natural as possible. And as you will see too, I'll talk a little bit about the dish that we're making now. I'm going to be using a dressing that actually is made from a little bit of vegan mayo, some Dijon mustard, and apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of salt and pepper, right? And so this is the dressing here, okay? And of course, I try my best to use dressings or toppings and things like that have very, very low salt and or sugar. Again, coming from a health and wellness perspective, being a public health expert, and living this lifestyle and letting people know that this is something that you can absolutely do, and you can do it on a budget, right?
Yes. This is incredible. Oh my gosh, this is so much information we are getting here today. Look at this. So now you put the vegan mayo in there with all the semi-chopped vegetables for the slaw, y'all.
Right. Yeah. So this is a slaw, and it is so simple, right? I love color. So one of my hashtags is always cooking in color at Dr. Tionna Jenkins on Instagram, and on Facebook, Play It Healthy. So it's always about cooking in color. So you see here, you got your purple cabbage happening. You got your other cabbage happening as well. And you have your carrots as well that's happening as well. And so it is all colorful. It is all beautiful and all delicious. And this slaw will go on top of our jackfruit.
Nice. And we're so excited to see what kind of pretzel buns you're using today too. We did have a question about your jackfruit. Do you happen to have the can nearby that you can show us, or is it already packed away? It's fine if it is. It's
already packed away.
Okay, no worries. What is that on your countertop though? Is that some of your jams?
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. So it's one of the toppings that I add, of course. In addition to Play It Healthy, I'm also the founder and CEO of Untitled Foods, and there we manufacture. We're a whole food manufacturing company based in Arkansas, but we ship nationwide, and so we've launched that. And if you all want to go, please do go to www.onita, O-N-I-T-A, Lee Foods, FOODS.com. You can sign up for our pre-release, and we will be having jams, granola, all kind of sauces that you can use for any and everything. Today, we are doing our strawberry and kiwi jam that we're going to put on as a topping, which is why we're calling it sweet jackfruit, okay? Because you have a little sweet jam added. It's just not just for pancakes or biscuits, but you can use jam and all kind of sauces on things. And we want you to use Oneida Lee.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait to get me some of that. It just sounds so good. What you said, kiwi and what was the other?
Kiwi and strawberry.
Oh,
Yes, kiwi and strawberry. Right, right. Yeah. And so it's, very sustainable, very healthy, all those good things that go into maintaining a healthy and plant-based lifestyle. And of course, this is for anybody. So if you are somebody, like I said, who you may not be just right there yet at plant-based, but you're wanting to be more plant-forward and include those things, or if you're someone who this is what you do absolutely 100%, then you should go to OneidaLeeFoods.com and get on our waiting list. So when our orders are ready, we'll ship it on to you.
I love it. Okay, can we see the slaw again up close?
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, that screams summer. Look at this. With all the
beautiful
colors. Ooh. Maybe we can do the other
beautiful.
screen. Can we have the other screen? Oh, yeah, there we go. And then maybe scooch it. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, everybody. I mean, a cold slaw for any barbecue that you've got happening, any kind of get together you're going to be doing over the summer. That goes with everything. Get some corn grilled up. And okay, now,
yes.
The jackfruit is, well, I'll let you take it away. It's cooking in there.
Yes, it's cooking. It's definitely cooking. So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding in our sweet potatoes, okay? Now, you can always do like your already pre-prepared sweet potatoes if that's what you want to do, right? Okay. But if you want to do them from scratch, all right, you would just simply get some sweet potatoes, that are maybe like, I don't know, 59 cents or something like that. Scrub them down real good and cut off the skin, or you can keep the skin on if you so choose. You get those sweet potatoes and you will cut them up in cubes. Okay. Cut those sweet potatoes up in cubes, and then you would add the same seasonings that you added to your jackfruit. Okay. This is also oil-free as well. However, if you want to use oil, you absolutely can do that. But the way that you do not use oil is that you can add in some vegetable broth so that it does not burn. Okay. So you would just simply add in your paprika over this. Got your salt or salt-free seasoning if that's what you wanted to do. And you have your garlic. Got some pepper here. Okay. Your cumin and your coriander here. Okay, and then again, your vegetable broth, okay? You pour that over that, okay? And you can toss it or mix it. And again, you can add as little seasoning or as much as you like. It's totally up to you, okay? So then it will look something like this, okay? And you can add more or less seasoning, however you prefer, okay? And then you would get, again, your pan here, okay? And you would simply lay those out. So again, you can use oil if you want to. That's absolutely okay. But if you do not, you can simply use vegetable broth. And you will put your oven on 425 for 15 to 20 minutes. Let that cook. And then you would take them out, turn them over, and then let them recook again, okay? So once you complete that, your sweet potatoes will look like this.
Ooh, those look so good. And the seasonings that you chose to put on there. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Those look so tasty.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So you would look like that.
Right.
So you have made jackfruit, you have made your slaw, and you have made your sweet potatoes. And now you are ready to go and you are ready to eat.
All right. So as a public health leader, consultant, and entrepreneur, a plant-based specialist, over 15 years in public health, you're an expert at this. I'm going to let you just keep on going. Go right at it.
Thank you so much. All right. So now we have our pretzel buns, okay? So you could do a simple pretzel bun like this, right? And I love pretzel buns, okay? That gives you a little bit of, flair. Maybe if you're trying to be fancy a little bit, okay? but it gives you a little flair, something different from the regular, you know. So then you also have these as well. So these are like your pretzel buns that are like, you know, for like a longer, you know, like a vegan hot dog or something like that. But you have your buns, okay? So this is what you would simply do, all right? So we're just gonna make this, okay? And you can make it sloppy, you can make it, you know, cute, however you wanna do. So we're gonna take our already pre-made, right? So we just went through it, real simple. Well, actually, before we do that, let's not do that, okay? Let me tell you this, these are toasted. So now you can toast these if you choose. I like mine a little toasty, so I put these in the oven for maybe about 5 or 10 minutes at 350, okay? So you wanna toast those. The first thing you wanna do is you wanna add on your toppings, okay? So this is vegan mayo here, okay? So you wanna spread that on a little bit, okay? Okay, see that? Then you got some Dijon mustard, okay? Okay, you want to spread that on a little bit.
Hungry viewers out here, I'll tell you that.
Right.
Yeah,
so
they're very excited.
So then you want to, of course, as we talked, right? You want to put in your Onita jams because we're making it just a little sweet, okay? Right? Got a little sweet and spicy happening here. Okay, you're gonna put that on the other bun, all right? And again, you can put as much of this on as you want. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this jam, okay? Because I like mine spread all the way around. So you're gonna do that there. Now it's time to get to stacking, okay? Now we stack our bun, okay?
Okay, look at this. Look at these colors, everybody. Dominique says very well organized table. She is impressed. And also pointing out the coleslaw is superfood with a lot of antioxidants. And why is it that you choose jackfruit?
Yeah. So
take that away. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when I first started, and now I'm stacking it with some coleslaw. Okay. So when I first started transitioning 7 years ago, I needed to, you know, take on things that were easy for me. Okay. So jackfruit, again, a very versatile plant. Okay. You could do a little bit of everything with jackfruit. You could do jackfruit like we're doing right now, the jackfruit sandwich. You can also do jackfruit tacos. You can make it, you know, very, very different. Okay. So you could do lots of things. So I needed versatility, right? So did that, of course. And then jackfruit, of course, has a lot of proteins and just natural and nutritional things that our body can use. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to start with jackfruit. It took me a couple of times to figure it out, right? So as you're transitioning into plant-based, you may, you know, mess up a couple of dishes. And that's okay. Absolutely okay.
For sure. Messing up is all okay. Exactly.
It's all okay. So yeah, so that's why I, you know, started with jackfruit. And I've, you know, kept jackfruit. I teach it a lot to folks I work with. I do a lot of cooking courses, both private and public. So jackfruit is one of the easiest dishes, in my opinion, that you can, you know, implement. And like, everybody likes it, okay? Well, I'll say the majority of folks, they love jackfruit. Of course, you have to get used to the texture and things like that, but you can make it so many different ways. Now, I did not say this, but I also made some spicy black beans. And so I'm gonna add some black beans onto this as well, okay?
This is something. I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna add this black beans on.
Yes.
And let's see. This is, if you all are familiar with it, this is chard, okay? This is rainbow chard, very nutritional. You can use it in salads. You can use it as a wrap. If you do not want to use the pretzel buns, you can put all of these toppings that I'm putting on right now within this chard, and you can just eat it, you know, just like that, okay? But we're going to use some of this. Is our lettuce on here, okay? And you can also use big leaf lettuce. That's fine too if you want to do that. And you're like, Dr. Jenkins, that's a little too fancy. I'm not about the chard yet. Take me slow. Okay.
Now, what do you do with those stems? Do you eat the stems?
Yeah, you can absolutely eat the stems. So I'm a huge juicer. So I juice. Actually, I've been juicing a lot longer than I've been plant-based. I started juicing about 9 years ago. And so I juice quite a bit. And so I would take these stems, either I would eat them and, add them in here, right? Because the stem is still, a little bit is still here. Or I would juice, right? And so this makes a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dark red juice. If you just juice this and add in, some sweeteners if you want to, and some lemon and lime juice.
Nice. I love it. And there's no waste on that either. Fantastic.
Absolutely no waste. Absolutely no waste. And so with the, when you juice, you have your compost that's left over. You can either use that in baking if you, bake cookies and things like that. Or you can simply, use it in gardening or, however you want to do that. Sometimes when I do carrot juice, I'll use the pulp and I'll make, carrot on tuna or, things like that.
Oh my gosh, look at this, everybody.
So we have this, right? And let me just show you what it looks like. So it's, it's a little messy. That's okay. But you got this happening. Okay.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that.
You got this happening. Right. Okay. And then if you cut it open, let's see if we can cut it open without, messing up anything. Let's see.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This has been so amazing, Dr. Jenkins. And you know what? I got to tell you, everybody got to head over to Plate It Healthy on Instagram, as well as on her website. You are going to find all that delicious, detailed information. We are going to have this recipe plus a story, all the details about you and Plate It Healthy, plus your company. Show us that jam again. Oh my gosh. Check this out, everybody. Plus, you have granola. Is that right?
I do. Absolutely. I do have granola as well. So I'm going to reach over and grab that bag of granola too.
Why
not? Got happening in the kitchen today. But yes, granola as well.
Yummy, yummy. Okay, well, Tina has already made a request. More segments, please. We would love to have you back if you'd like to.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. And I, do a plethora of dishes. So, because we all are different and we like different things. So I do raw dishes. I do vegan, plant-based dishes without oil, with oil. It's all good.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us here on Lunch Break Live and all of our fans out there that are watching, your fans. And yes, by all means, can we get one more shot of your beautiful sandwich as we head out? Look at this, everybody, this outrageous pretzel bun, sweet jackfruit sandwich. And she's got this savory potato fries plus a homemade coleslaw that she made right in front of our very eyes. Wow, and double wow. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on Lunch Break Live. We will be back with you next time. Find this recipe and more recipes on janeunchained.com. Head over to Plate It Healthy. We'll see you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye.